Welcome, everybody. This is The Real Deal with me, Larry, Lawton, and Benz.
What's up?
Hello, everybody. We got a great show here on a great Friday. What a week. The cigar fucking website has been launched.
Finally, man.
Isn't it great?
Finally.
Man.
Holy
Let me tell you, this is what's launched, everybody. If you're on Spotify, if you're on Apple, iTunes, or anywhere, I know you guys listen, and I try to explain things. But go to the website, or go to the YouTube channel, and go look at what I'm showing the box of cigars, and I got an empty box because Larry smoked them. And this is actually a humidor, everybody. So look at this. This is going to be great, you know. It's got my name in it and everything else like that.
It's not a humidor. It's got a place for you humidification pack.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be crazy if it was a humidor.
So now, anyway, we are doing. And so, listen, if you have not ordered your cigars, this is the first run. Benz, correct me if I'm wrong. It's 500 boxes.
500 boxes.
And they're going quick.
They are going quick.
Okay, I'm going to bring in the peanut gallery here. 1 second. But we're going to, okay, the peanut gallery, I'll bring it in because this is going to be a good show. First of all, I got a guest on here that I've been wanting to come on.
Long time coming.
A long time coming. He has the greatest story. He's one of my best friends, and he's a great guy. And he's like me. He's a storyteller. He's from New York. Frank Filiberto, Dr. Frank Filiberto. Welcome to the show, Frank.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Ben Zach.
This is going to be a fucked up show. You guys are in for a treat.
I was trying to be nice.
You also call me Fran. He separates his name. I'll separate my name. Call me Fran.
All right, I'll say.
Do you have a dress on?
Well, if you want me to wear one, I'd wear it.
Did you ever wear a dress? Honestly, don't lie.
No, never wore.
I have a fucking picture.
The Halloween.
You want to bet
Halloween.
now? Wait a minute. I got a picture.
I don't want to say
I got a fucking picture. Okay, everybody out there. I'm going to put a picture on the website.
No, you're not.
Anyway, guys, I got Frank Filiberto. He is really good.
Thank you for the cigar.
Of course. Everybody, and let me tick this off again. Thank you, Oliva. They're our main sponsor. We got Smoking Olivas, and they are my partner they were partners in this mega deal with me, Benz, and Corey, and the whole CEO of the team. Which, if you haven't seen that show, go back and check out Corey. Great guy.
That was a good show.
And we also got our news guy. Everybody knows David. They asked me. I had an email say, your brother's fucking nuts and he's cool. That's what they actually said. And my brother's here.
They see what we see.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
And my brother's here. He's on the casting. We call that the casting couch.
He doesn't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
Of course.
What is the casting couch?
The casting couch is where all the movie stars used to sit on. You remember that?
Casting couch.
Oh,
yes.
I knew you would. You're
How about the porn stars?
Yeah, no, it's really it's for regular movies where they fuck on the couch to get the part. That's really what it is.
Who was the guy, the
know
movie producer, used to use the casting couch frequently? Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein.
I just said it's
and
where
the casting couch.
You didn't say that. No.
Yeah, but that's what the casting couch was all about. Harvey Weinstein.
Now, okay, I got a question for everybody in this
I thought
room.
it was a website.
No.
The castingcouch.com is like a porn site where you bring people in under the pretense.
They took that from what it really is.
It really is.
Shit, okay.
Movies back in the day.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't know what
You
it was.
didn't?
Yeah, maybe you did.
What happened back in the day actually is a lot of sex was going on 4 parts and stuff. I mean, it's just what it was.
Well, the most famous one is the Judd sister, who was a movie star, who came out against Harvey Weinstein.
Ashley Judd? Or
Ashley Judd. She was the one on the casting couch.
Well, there were a lot of women on the casting couch. Yeah. Now, here's a question for everybody in the room. Everybody knows me very, very well. Obviously, I'm my brother, my 2 best friends here. You think that casting couch has been used yet?
I'm not going to answer that.
Here?
In here. Do you think that casting couch, what my brother's sitting on, has been used?
I'd say minus 1,000, I would bet.
Minus 1,000,
right.
Dave?
Of course.
Put $100 up to win 900.
You're asking Dave as he's sitting on the couch, he sees the stain.
No, there's no stains. That's why I got that leather.
Oh, yeah. Easy to clean
Easy
off.
to clean. Yeah. I was going to get the, like a
I
velour.
even think our mom walked in when they were using it.
Oh, yeah.
First of
You're
all,
right.
He made a couple of mistakes. This is Larry's studio. That's not leather. That's pleather.
That's pleather.
But what is it, pleather?
Pleather.
You
What are you trying
wouldn't
to
swing
say?
for the real shit is what
You
he's
wouldn't
saying.
swing for the real shit.
I paid a lot of money for that couch.
Yeah.
You know that.
Pleather.
It's still not leather is what he's trying to say.
It's fucking leather. In my fucking mind, it's leather. It's leather. Leather is how it feels. Dave, does it feel leather?
Really feels like pleather.
Oh, yeah. Okay, everybody. You see what's going on? This
is the kind of show.
This is 3-on-1. Okay, I like a challenge. No, anybody.
Where were we?
I'm gonna pick it back up. Everybody, we got the great story. We're gonna have a lot of fun because Frank has some great stories. I've been hearing Frank's stories. I know Frank for 12 years, I guess now more. 12, maybe 13. Yeah. Shit, we went to New York in 2010. It's already 22.
Then you used to rob stores when I was mayor.
Yeah. I still got the biggest robbery. I still got the biggest robbery in Palm Bay. It's on, they actually have it in Wikipedia. I didn't know that.
Do you have the biggest robbery in Palm Bay history?
You know what it says in there? It says, someone said, I only know this shit because some fans pointed out about me being on a website for Atlanta, USP Atlanta. And they said, wow, you're on the same website as Al Capone.
That's pretty dope.
That's pretty good. But anyway, I didn't know it. And I go, really? I went and looked it up. I found out, on a website now for Lehman High School. Famous people that came out of Lehman. I didn't fucking graduate.
He was registered. He didn't actually attend.
Oh, exactly. Anyway, so we're going to have a great show today. Frank's going to be telling stories. My brother's here. He's our news guy, Frank. To let you know. My brother's the news guy every Monday when he wants to come. He's the news guy. He's the news guy. He gives the news.
What's he get his news from? Med Magazine?
No, he had. Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, that joke's gonna go above people's heads. Yeah, it's a good one.
It is, but yeah, but everybody out there, this is the truth. Dave knows the news. Benz, you got to admit that he knows the news.
He watches the news all day.
That's all he does.
Oh, I'll just put it this way: for somebody who doesn't watch the news and knows nothing about what's going on, I even stopped getting the paper. I used to get the paper. I don't even.
You get your news right from here, from David.
Now I get it from Dave, so he could come up and say that the world is ending, and I believe him.
And you're gonna empty the bank account and stop packing.
All I care about, Dave, is did Judd hit 61 yet?
No, but he hit. You saw last night's game?
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
He hit one against the fence in the ninth inning, 404 feet.
Yep.
And it was 4 feet short of the home run.
Hey, Frank, you know Dave real well, too. Yeah. Does he know sports or what?
Almost as well as I do.
Oh, don't do that to him. He'll fuck you up. Remember we fucked you up the other day?
He didn't fuck me up.
Listen.
He didn't get me on one goddamn thing.
I got you on a few.
Oh my God.
Listen, if I can get you, he can get
Dave knows a lot about trivia. But,
no, sports.
I'm a little older than he is, so I kind of go back a little further than he does with the trivia. The past 15, 20 years, I spent some time practicing medicine. So I didn't.
Well, that is the next opening.
There was something else to do.
Well, we have another opening. Well, obviously an opening. Also, check out the book. Check out Gangster Redemption, our merch. And I just want to say something. And I know I said I did a little live show the other day. Thursday's video was a live show. And it was very highly received. And the cigar launch is here. So if you have not, the links are in the below. We are pulling. Remember, these are live shows. I'm live. They're done and on.
We don't edit.
We don't edit when they're up. And we have a live drawing. I'm giving away a free cruise for two. It's kind of expensive. I didn't know.
Plane fare and all.
Plane fare for two, a limo ride, or Benz's idea. We're gonna send Jason probably one of them.
I think one of the crew should go get him.
Yes,
I think that's the way to do it.
I agree.
The limo is cool, but it's impersonal. If you're coming and you're a fan of the show,
they're gonna see how fucked up we really are. These people,
that's the point. So if you're not already signed up.
Check it out. You got to go. If you sign up, you sign up. If you're a subscriber, all you got to do is be a subscriber to both of my YouTubes and our newsletter. And the newsletter's starting in a couple of weeks. We're going to have like all deals and like highlights of what I'm doing, what Benz is doing. We're going to have where's the staff section I was thinking about,
right?
What they're doing.
And a non-personal friend of ours cannot win it.
No, matter of fact, Ben's cleared the fucking list.
He said that the opposite way.
No, I mean a personal friend of ours cannot win it.
There you go.
Right. What has happened?
I'm a guest. I'm not a personal friend.
You can't win it.
You can't win the fucking cruise.
Zach, don't listen to me.
However,
Zach.
No, wait. You can't win the cruise on our giveaway. So if you signed up and your name came up, it wouldn't because I'd erase
this whole conversation scared me when he said free because I remember he was going to give me a free guitar. So
here
I
we
hope
go.
he doesn't give that free guitar away.
Oh, he's on fire.
That free guitar ended up
mine.
costing you $200.
You didn't say yes, so I was going to give it to this nice guy who gives free lessons.
Yeah, free my ass.
No, they're free. The guy never paid anything for these lessons. No, the guy is supposed to be a teacher for Frank, and Frank has been playing the guitar for 7 years. He still can't play a song.
7 years.
7. That's
9.
nothing.
7 years just with this guy.
This was this guy.
You know, and he can't play chords.
He's been taking guitar lessons longer than most guitarists who are proficient have been alive. Is that not?
Yeah,
a fact?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it.
The one time I saw him play.
I can pay the introduction to a lot of songs. The first chord.
Hey, good enough.
You know the greatest? We're sitting at lunch, and he goes, "I gotta go. Where you going? Cigar lessons." I says, "Fuck this shit."
You're saying
Sit
cigar,
down.
you mean guitar.
Oh, guitar.
What
cigar.
the fuck is a cigar lesson?
Listen, I need a cigar lesson.
He's
You
onto-
gave me
he's
one.
onto
You gave me
cigars
one
right
about a Caron Diner, the Cameroon rapper.
Cameroon rapper. yeah.
Cameroon rapper.
Didn't you say? I fucked
That's
up.
what the Crooked Diamond is.
Right. I said that.
I like Cameroon rappers. That's what they are.
They are. They're Cameroon rappers, and you know what? It's a cigar that it doesn't matter if you've been smoking cigars for a long time, like you have, and you've tried it, so you can back me up on this. Even if you've been smoking cigars for a long time, or if you're somebody who's new to the cigar game, either way, it's mild enough and flavorful enough to get you in it. So I'm really excited about it. Larry didn't say it, so I'll say it. TheCrookedDiamondCigar.com. If you want to be on the giveaway, thatbenz.com/giveaway.
Is that? But I didn't see that link on the website.
What do you mean?
Go to here to sign up for a free cruise. I didn't see that on the main website.
Oh, the guy that built it fucked up. Anyway, so we'll
Benz.
So the next thing we're
You know what I meant, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So next thing I'm going to tell you guys, just as a reminder, if you want 10 free entries to the cruise giveaway.
And the cruise is November 18th
Do I have
this
to
year.
listen to this stuff because I came here as a guest, and I'm not going to be a candidate for the winning, so I don't give a shit.
Well, you can buy the cruise. You fucking
Make me a non-friend, and then I
ask you a
listen
question?
to your bullshit.
I know you pretty personal. You have what they call an NSX, correct?
Yeah.
You have 7 other cars.
Yes.
And
How
you're
many
complaining-
houses do you own?
And how many houses do you own?
That has nothing to do with it.
And you're
it
complaining
has a
about
lot
a
to
fucking
do with it.
$300 cruise.
Well, no.
I'm
complaining about that. I can't participate because you say I'm a friend. I don't want to be your fucking
No,
friend.
you can come.
I want to be a guest.
On the cruise?
I want to be eligible to
You know
win
the
something.
problem though. He can't come because his wife won't let him. His wife won't let him. And he said to his wife, "I'm going on this cruise." If he said,
That's because she's Catholic.
yeah, she.
You've heard of rhythm method, right?
The rhythm method.
Oh, I forgot.
Where the fuck is that? Everybody out there, the rhythm method is a play. What women did back in the how old are you? About 75, 8?
62.
62 just
He was
turned.
born in 1944, and what he. Anyway, what happened with Frank is what he's talking about. Back when he was around, they didn't have condoms either. What they had to do is to not get pregnant. They did the rhythm when a girl was on her cycle. That's what they called the rhythm method. And he remembers that. We don't remember that because we're all too young in this room. But he did that, am I right?
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely. And how many kids you got that you know of?
No, listen, I got to be honest with you for a second. We did that too.
You
did?
Who?
The rhythm method?
Who does that?
No, I thought Jewish people just put like a hole in a sheet,
Yeah.
right? So they couldn't touch the woman or something
They
like
do.
that.
Common
Some Jewish
misconception.
people do
They
that.
put a hole in the sheet.
Common misconception.
The Hasidics do that.
They do not.
You sure, Benzak?
100%.
Is everybody hearing me out there?
100%.
Stay tuned.
On
Somebody
Friday
might get
nights, they gotta
canceled
do
today.
No, we used to do this because that's
The hole in
only-
the sheet? You mean the hole in the sheet?
No, the hole in the sheet is not a thing.
It's not?
Nah, it's
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
You know
it's
what's it called, really? It's still out there. And I know
A
because I'm
myth.
single.
Yeah.
It's the glory hole.
Yeah.
in the sheet?
Yeah, what
Oh,
they
the
do
glory
now.
hole is in a gas station bathroom.
No, it could be anywhere. A person's house, they don't want to know you. They put up a sheet down their hallway and they put a hole in it and they stick your dick in.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. Glory hole's in a gas station bathroom.
Listen, no.
A guy sticks his dick in there, and
Hold
unbeknownst
on.
to him is another dude sucking his dick.
It doesn't
on the
matter
other
who's
side.
sucking it, but let me explain something. I know more about glory holes than anybody in this room.
I don't doubt that. No.
Anyway, Frank, you ever been to a glory hole?
No.
Can we fucking complete the one sentence? If you want 10 free fucking entries to the cruise, basically all you have to do is buy a box of cigars. It's on the crookeddiamondcigar.com. If you want to sign up to the newsletter and see the 2 links to the channels that you have to subscribe to, thatbenz.com/giveaway. It's the Crooked Diamond Cigar. It's coming fucking soon. I can't fucking believe we already launched it. They're selling out quick. We have $500 available if you want to get the limited edition shirt. Now bullshit.
Okay, well, no.
I'll get back to where I started. Am I a guest or a friend?
You're a friend, and now you're
not eligible?
You're ineligible.
Well, you know what happened? All of our friends started
What about
signing
the
up.
guitar? Let's get back to the guitar.
I love this. This show, I apologize to everybody.
Let me explain what happened. I won't do this to him because I like him as a friend. I got a cigar. I got a guitar from somebody, and of course I'm so legal. I checked it out, made sure it had no serial numbers. So somebody took the serial numbers off it. So you can't go to a pawn shop and sell it. They wanted to give somebody $400 for it.
It looks like it just like rubbed off. The sticker's still on there. It just got rubbed off.
Yeah, something happened. Yeah. I don't know. It
I
got
don't-
rubbed
it
off
doesn't
with a
look-
piece of
doesn't look like
sandpaper.
it was
The
stolen.
serial number has nothing to do
No.
boy. The serial has nothing to do with it. I'm here as a guest. Am I eligible for a free guitar?
That's all he fucking cares about. That's it.
You know, well, just for the record, he just got 2 fucking $25 free fucking golf passes. He got $50 in golf. He'll come in his door.
The only good thing I received so far is this.
The cigar.
Yeah.
Oliva V. Melania, baby.
Yes, Oliva. Thank you.
By
Our
the way,
sponsors.
are those Crooked Diamonds box pressed?
Yes. Are they fully boxed? No, I think they're half box pressed.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a half box press. It's just kind of like depends on how it's exactly the same press as this.
Yeah, but there are squares.
All of them are going to be
There
box.
are. This isn't
well,
square. It's
square
got a
means
little
box
round.
press.
No, you see, you're wrong.
Well, no.
I'm teaching you.
Guys, let's not educate each other on cigars when we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Let me
that-
ask you a question.
then Zach knows.
Are these a full box press?
What is a full box press?
Well,
I've never heard
because
that in my
I've
life.
seen them. Boom, boom.
How could you be a full box press? And
Listen,
partial box
I'll
press?
go back to Oliva and ask you. So I've been sitting in their room and sitting in that cigar lounge, and you've been there, and there's cigars all over the place. Now, there are cigars that have a box press on both sides, Frank. Just to let you know.
Right, and some that are just pressed from the top and the bottom.
Right.
And that's what this is.
See?
It's not, they're full or half, that's not a thing. I've never heard that in my life. But yes, what he just explained is the truth.
Okay.
Well, you know, Larry, he'll be an expert by tomorrow.
So a box press, just for the listener's sake, a box press is basically, think about it like a tray that has slots for cigars. After they roll them, they're round, and then they put them in this press, and they put a top on it, and they screw it in. And what it does is it gives it the shape of these slots inside of the press, right? And that's called a box press cigar. Now, some of them, they press from the side, some of them press from the top, some of them press from all 4 sides. So this one just happens to be pressed from both sides, but leaves a little bit of a round aspect to it, and that's how the Crooked Diamond is.
There you go.
I
See?
think that explanation, even your children would understand it.
Hey, I have a question for you. I have a question for you, Frank. Did you smoke the Crooked Diamond?
Of course.
Did you like
Smoking
it?
one right now.
No, he's not.
No,
Did you like it?
I would say
My box press.
Your
I mean,
box-
our cigar.
it compares to the V, if not better.
Wow, that's a great.
I wouldn't go
And
that
you've
far.
I don't.
I like it.
I think it's a very good cigar. It
I
stands
didn't
on
hear
its own.
that, guys.
I didn't hear that.
Did you?
I don't like comparisons. This is cigar world is not a comparison world, you know. This is cigar is a complete different flavor profile than what we're coming out with the Crooked Diamond. How could you compare the two?
Absolutely true.
You know?
because
true.
I smoke a cheaper cigar than this as my regular cigar.
Right.
All right.
How long have you been smoking cigars?
20
50 years?
No, 20 years.
Oh fuck! I've been 40 years.
You know, he did not smoke when he was younger. He started smoking as an adult. His kids.
Then what made him stunt this growth? He's only like 4'11". How long? How tall are you?
I told you why my legs were shortened.
You want to say it again, just for the listeners?
Yeah. Tell him why your feet aren't touching the ground.
So Frank's lucky. He's seen a genie before. Tell him.
Well, that happened with the genie. You know, I looked in the mirror when I was there and I said, listen, I want to be like all the other guys. I want my dick to touch the ground. So they shortened my legs.
This is our guest today, everybody. This is, and the best part of this is a refined, educated man who is not only actually a very good doctor, and he's actually I wouldn't say he's helped me really close to save my life, you know, with all my medical issues. You did. When I had the heart issue, you told me to go home.
He doesn't want to give you the full credit. You did save his life, but he says he almost saved my
he almost
life.
fucking killed me. That story's coming too.
Oh, the stab you in the
Motherfucking
tits?
stabbed me.
The only person to stab Larry and still stand still, right?
And fucking not get stabbed back. That's for fucking sure.
I was getting you to relive your prison life. That's
You
all I
sure
was
did,
doing. That's all I was
motherfucker.
doing.
Well, let me let everybody know what Frank is, and this is for real. Frank is, and I mean this, he's an ENT surgeon, which is ears, nose, and throat. He's done brain surgeries. He's done heart surgery. He's done pretty much every surgery, correct, Frank? Really?
Yes.
Ears, nose, and throat. This is legit.
Well, I started out as a general surgeon, all right? Started out as a general surgeon, went through all the surgical things, which includes, gallbladders, working on anuses, working on necks, and so forth. Gravitated into ear, nose, and throat, which was a higher specialty, and then gravitated into plastic surgery.
And we're gonna go more into this in a minute. Now Frank is an ENT surgeon. He also, and this was real impressive, he's actually the #1 pot doctor in the state of Florida. We probably one of the countries because he's got more credit hours. I did not notice how this worked. Frank doesn't smoke pot. I'll be honest. We all do.
The credibility is out of this world with Frank when it comes to marijuana.
Listen, not only is marijuana, he's really a smart guy. He's just a fuck up. But Frank is the kind of guy that.
Thank you, Larry.
I'm not kidding you. I personally, all kidding aside, everybody, I know people. He caught things that happened to them and literally saved their lives.
I know many, yeah.
And we know it. And I see him and we joke and we laugh. The guy's a renowned surgeon. He's really smart medically. Maybe not as smart as me medically, but close anyway.
Well, it depends on the day, because the next day you know everybody else.
Well, no, see, here's the thing. Once you tell me,
Googles it, then he becomes the expert.
Well, what happens?
Expert.
Yeah. Listen, when you talk heart surgery, like I had people don't know.
Now he's an expert. He has extra vessels.
You brought that up. That's on you.
He has extra vessels. I have heart surgery.
You should tell that story.
Well, we're going to tell that story. I remember how I had them going.
Guys,
you remember because I told you beforehand.
Yeah, this is for the listeners. You guys don't understand. This is going to move fast. You're going to hear some stories. However, there's no way on earth that all the stories will come out.
No, that's why Frank's coming back. In fact, what we're going to do with Frank, if he'll agree to this, I think he should come a little bit more on the after show because we want him on the talk shit after show.
Yeah, but I won't be eligible for any of the prizes.
You're never going to be eligible. You got money.
He could buy this cruise with the change in his pocket. And he's
shit. Change it. Buy the fuck half the boat.
He could buy the cruise ship.
Motherfucker.
And he
Why don't you be quiet over there in the peanut gallery? We got a howdy doody over there?
Howdy doody. It's howdy doody time.
Just to preference the show, Frank is a doctor. Just let you know, ENT, and he's a plastic surgeon. Probably put more tits into, and we're going to get into some stories about that. And he's been drinking a few scotches, so this is going to be real good. I don't drink. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
I quit everything.
Sure you don't.
No, everybody, look how quiet everybody.
When you're lying, we just sit here awkwardly.
Yeah.
I don't.
What are we going to disagree with the host? You can't disagree with the host, otherwise I won't be eligible for prizes.
You're not eligible for the prizes anyway.
Anyway, no matter what.
Ben Zach, you keep going involved in that shit. Let the host talk about it. He may make me eligible.
Go ahead.
He's the guy who controls the prizes.
I control the fucking list.
Now listen, as nice as you are to me, you're not getting no fucking free cruise. That's for somebody out there who's really a listener, and obviously people want to sign up. Listen, you really want to sign up because the newsletter's going to have some great shit in it. This is free. So, and if you buy a box, and a lot of people are, I had an email. I got to mess with Benz today a little bit. I got an email yesterday, and it said, the opening thing on the email said, hey guys,
first off, fuck you, Benz.
He goes, first off, fuck you, Benz. This was the fucking email. And
my email is fuck@thatbenz.com.
Oh.
But no, this guy wrote, and then he goes, something happened. Oh, well, he couldn't buy it. You tell everybody what's going on. So if there's any issues, first of all, you will see hiccups in websites. This is all a brand new company, everything going on. Like our lighters. We had a very close friend of us try to get the lighters. They're out of stock, and we don't have them yet. They're there because they're going to be there.
Yeah.
And they're not there, so you can't click on that. Also, like if you try to buy it with a credit card, right now we're getting our approvals. You can still buy it with PayPal. And that's what all of our orders are PayPal now, right?
Right now, we can only accept PayPal.
So all of these orders are coming in just on PayPal?
Just on PayPal.
Holy shit.
People have PayPal. What do you mean? Yeah. It's modern technology.
PayPal's where you want to go.
I know about it.
You have PayPal?
It's more secure.
Do I have PayPal?
I don't know about it being more secure.
Yeah.
That's all fucking...
Frank,
Well, it can't be that secure because you were involved in the beginning of the security. That's why.
Frank, do you have
Ben Zach.
PayPal?
Uh-oh. He's going to be... Oh, he's going around the table. You see it?
He can go around the table.
You all do know that Ben Zach was involved in the security of PayPal, right? So how secure can it be?
Anyway, so let's continue the show without Frank. He doesn't realize that I could just mute him.
Anyway, let's get it going. We got to keep the show moving because we only have X amount of time. We do have a brother. We have and Frank's credentials, and I mean that. If you Google him, his name is Frank Filiberto, and he's all over the internet. He is one of the leading plastic surgeons. He did half facelifts? They're called, what is it called again?
Lifestyle lift.
Lifestyle lift. How many lifestyle lifts did you do in 1 year?
1,100.
1,100. There's 365 days a year. Days. That's counting Saturdays or
And you
weekends.
only work
holidays.
3 days a week in that job.
I got an award from American College of Facial Plastic Surgery doing the most amount of facelifts in 1 year with the greatest patient satisfaction.
Oh, I was going to ask you, how many did you fuck up?
Yeah.
You must have fucked up a few.
You don't fucking them up. It's all about plastic surgery is all about patient expectations.
Right.
An 80-year-old comes in, she's not happy with her facelift, although she looks 20 years younger, but she doesn't look like she was in high school again, so she's unhappy.
Right.
It's all about expectations.
Is that what happened to me?
That's what you. Well, I'm not talking about your expectations.
I got I had a surgery done by Frank, and all I could say is I'll never do it again.
Well, but he had tits. He doesn't want to look around tits anymore, but now he has no tits. So I think he's happy.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
He had tits at one time.
Still has them.
Oh, no. Hey, what did you say last night when we were out at dinner? How good I looked?
Why? Because you had a good plastic surgeon.
No, because I fucking lost weight. I lost 40 pounds.
Yeah.
I was on the show last night.
And think about it. If you lost that 40 pounds, you still had those tits, they'd be touching your knees.
No.
Yeah. You had tits hanging out.
How many cc's did you take out of his tits, Frank?
Oh, at least 300 each one.
That's blood. That was blood. What he did, I mean, I have to explain the story, and he'll probably jump in. I ended up having, when you have man boobs, and it's normal. A lot of people have them.
No, it's not
Benz
normal.
has them. Everything normal.
No, we don't know. It's not normal.
You have
Mines
them.
are nice, man.
You have them.
Not like you had them.
No. Listen, you're
yours are
4'11" and you're fucking 110 pounds.
You were like an 80-year-old woman with your tits. Your tits.
It was old saggy tits.
I had my so Frank is everybody goes, yeah, you could get these out, right? And I did, and I go in and he does the surgery. Well, I have to go back the next day because I have what they call a hematoma.
He has to go back because he didn't listen to post-op instructions. Post-operative instructions, which were what? Go ahead.
To have fun, relax, go
No,
to bed.
keep
Oh,
going.
that's what I heard.
Don't touch the bandage.
He puts like this big wrap around Larry's, around his chest, basically. This big bandage around him. And he says, do not remove this. It needs the pressure so fluid doesn't build up in there.
That's right.
Larry gets home. He goes, this is unfucking comfortable. Cuts the fucking thing off. Comes back the next day.
I had a hematoma, and it fucking, the whole side of my fucking body. And so Frank says, oh, you didn't listen to me, something like that. And he yelled at me a little bit. And here's the bad part. He actually called a friend. He asked me. No, he's really HIPAA-wise. Like
I asked a friend.
He asked me
All the
if I
jokes,
was at
all the jokes in the show are just jokes. Frank's a true professional. That's a fact.
absolutely, yeah. Till he's not.
Thank you, Benzak.
Till he's not. And then till he's not. So anyway, so Frank said to me, all right, I got to fix this. He takes this rod. The rod had to be a foot and a half, 2 foot.
At least it's a foot.
It's a hole in it, correct?
Yeah,
it's
yes.
like it sucks stuff out. It's like
Liposuction. It's a liposuction rod.
okay. So you go in you. So I got this thing here, and you think he's gonna put Novocaine or something?
Nothing.
I said, holy fuck! Now I want to kill him. I'm thinking prison, but I can't. I need him. I would have killed him. I swear, I would have knocked him
I
out.
wanted to make a memorable experience for you.
Memorable. I got flashbacks.
still
Dad
remember
being
it.
stabbed in prison. I got fucking flashbacks.
He wore his bandage after that.
What did you tell him as you were sticking him with the thing?
Now you know what it feels like.
He's moving his arm.
Should have listened, motherfucker.
Yeah, said that. He did, which I think was unprofessional.
Oh, it's unprofessional because it's you, because you took the fucking bandage off.
Anyway, listen to your doctor if there's any story there. But anyway, so Frank, but I do need something else, and I won't tell him because I'm scared. I'm scared.
You need something
I'm scared
else?
of very little things.
You need something else?
Yeah.
He wants that dick enlargement that you were talking about.
I don't need that.
No, he doesn't need that. I don't,
Is that
I don't know personally.
listen, I know.
I don't need that. And I am single.
Hey, that's true. I need to know, the listeners need, the world needs to know, is a penis enlargement surgery actually a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. So what's the
Did
process?
you ever do one?
Yes.
You actually enlarged someone's penis?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
That's a complicated situation. You have to go into the base of the penis, all right? You release
So you did this?
Yes, you release all the scar tissue, the cavernous covered, and you get about an inch out of it if you really had to.
Wow, Larry, he could double you up.
No. that, I won't even notice it.
The important thing.
Oh,
I won't even know. I actually, you know what? I was with somebody.
The important thing
you know
is
what they said?
not-
You got a fat cock. They measured my penis, and it was 7 by 6 circumference. That's fat.
It's
That's
the
pretty
circumference that's important because you have women that have holes like that.
No, he's pointing. You have to explain. People are listening.
You have women with different
Tight
types
hole.
of introituses, all right?
Did you ever tighten up a woman's vagina?
Hundreds of them.
You tighten women's vaginas?
Yeah, it's a baby makeover. It's a mommy makeover.
That's a thing. That's no joking here.
No, it's a mommy makeover. That's a
So if a girl is out there and wants a mommy makeover, what does something like that cost?
$2,500.
And it doesn't act. Will the guy, the husband or boyfriend notice it?
Well, what you do is when you do the consultation, right? When you do the consultation, you basically get a feeling of where the husband or the boyfriend wants to go with this.
Does the husband and boyfriend come to the consultation?
I encourage all the husbands to be in the consultation, right? As far as boyfriends, that's
Up to them, yeah.
the woman's choice of
Sure.
which ones, it's always a HIPAA situation. You have to allow somebody to be in the room with you. When
Right.
do
No,
the
you even
consultation.
did that with me when we were joking, even joking around.
So when it comes down to is you basically say, do you want to be one finger, two fingers, or three fingers?
You mean you can make a woman's vagina tight where one finger will hurt her?
But it would only be tight around the rim. It won't be tight inside.
No, of course, it's a whole inside.
The vagina's elasticity. So
can I explain this as a doctor?
Depends. Now you would probably I'd make your wife one finger. Him, I'd probably make his wife three fingers.
I see what you're saying. You're saying I have a skinny dick and he's got a...
Yeah, I probably have a pencil dick, and he,
Listen,
what
pencil's never given me any issues.
Yes, but this is.
Well, you're married to a very young girl.
Can I explain it?
Let's not go there.
It was beautiful.
I will turn this around on you faster than you can think. Don't start with my shit.
I have a question here.
First of all, guys, I am hung like a turtle.
Yeah.
That makes no difference with a hung knot. It has to do with like he was talking about is the girth.
Circumference.
And the circumference is very important because you have to talk about stimulating the clitoris. All right. And if you have a narrow penis, a pencil dick like you talking about, if you have a pencil dick, all right, that pencil dick is not going to be wide enough to stimulate the clitoris. So what it comes down to is stimulating the clitoris to make a woman come. It has nothing to do with how deep you go.
No, you could do both. You could do a G spot and you could do that.
I'm going to disagree with him on a very
G spot. You only hit basically if you do it from behind.
Yeah, no. It depends on the curve of your penis.
Frank, you know
and I know that because I've done that.
Exactly.
Frank, you know what all the Dominicans did in prison?
What they do?
They sewed a domino. They sewed a domino piece in the top of their dick.
Around, it's like a ball,
to make a lump there that hits that when
it hits the clip.
Or you put or you one of the common
No,
things,
it's common now.
One of the common things we used to get with women that had traumatized vagina, especially down in Miami, guys used to put ping pong balls.
Well, they're small BBs,
They used to put ping pong balls in their condom. Right.
Oh, in the condom. I'm talking about these guys do this under their skin.
Wait, what?
In the penis, they do it under their skin.
They add dick by putting a ping pong ball and then slapping it on.
And so that ball goes in and it's stimulating that G spot significantly, right?
Dang.
Now, can I say something? And this is true with sex because I'm pretty knowledgeable about this subject. In the anus, an anal butt plugs, an anal butt plug is the same thing because it goes in, and once it's in, it's you hit the prostate, and that's what we'll try to get. And I have toys
On a guy.
Yeah, on a guy, girl doesn't matter. Is it a girl? Does a girl have a prostate there?
No.
Okay, girls don't. But a guy has a prostate, and you hit the prostate. And I have a lot of toys that can vibrate and move and all that kind of stuff.
It makes you shoot like crazy.
My problem is, and one of my goals was to once have an orgasm without touching myself, because people do it, and I've been in rooms with them.
You have wet dreams. That's not touching yourself.
No, I said it happens, but I can't. I've never had it. I had it wet dreams, but I've never had it. And I know many men who can, come without touching it if they're fucking getting fucked or something, anything. I don't know what it is. I have never done that. I've tried. That was one of my goals. That's why I bought a few toys. And when I say a few toys, I'm one of now the partners at Hotflix.
That's a local fucking shop.
A local sex shop. No. And here's what has happened. But anyway, we'll get back into the sex toy stuff, I guess. Frank, I want to talk to you about a couple of things. I think you really, first of all, we love you. Everything we talk about.
Am I a friend or a guest?
You are a friend and guest.
God.
And guest.
Still ineligible.
No matter what you do, you can't have it.
Benzak, I can't convince you, huh?
It's not me. It's Larry you have to convince. But me, You can't convince me. I'll remove your name either way.
Yeah. Even if Larry says yes, why didn't Frank win? Wasn't
You know
on
what
it.
you could do? You can go buy the limit of boxes you could buy on the crookeddiamondcigar.com website is 5 per person. You can go buy 5. That'll give you 50 free entries, and I'll erase all of them.
But I don't get
Here's another thing I'm going to talk to Benz about. You know, I come up with this shit right on the show, of course. You know, when we have guests with here on a Crooked Diamond, I think we're going to start giving our guests cigars, Crooked Diamond cigars to take. You know, I mean, somehow we're going to do something.
We eventually will have a lot of Crooked Diamond cigars. Right now, we don't have a single one.
So
No,
how many do you owe me right now?
I owe
It's
you
5 cigars per hour?
Is that the deal? 5
What
cigars.
is it? You fucking bumped it. Yeah, you know, I know you're a good surgeon, but you bumped your fucking head somewhere, so you need a fucking real good surgeon. I think he's got what they call a
I don't think
you know
5
what is that
cigars per
concussion?
hour. I get paid from a lawyer $850 an hour. What's
No,
fucking
you get
5
paid.
cigars?
No, you pay the lawyer.
No.
You get paid from a lawyer?
As an expert witness, I get
witness.
$850 an hour.
Okay.
So I think 5 cigars is you're about
I know you for, what, 12, 13 years?
4 boxes behind.
And I know you for 14 years. I've never seen you go be an expert witness.
all the time.
I have.
When?
I have, and I've known him less.
Yeah.
Wait. How many
you
cases?
just throw
How
it
many
out.
times
You
you
think
get?
I communicate with you all this time?
If Frank misses lunch, at least a few years ago, it was like this. If he misses lunch, it's because he was doing.
You know,
some
he's
sort of
getting
like-
a guitar lesson that doesn't work.
No.
either that or educating yourself on marijuana. I remember that.
Yeah, I do remember that a lot.
Doing a deposition.
The coolest thing about the marijuana thing is you were able to stand in a room full of people who were trying to consider legislation for marijuana, and they wanted to ask him, for his expertise. And he said everything he believed about marijuana and all his education and all that stuff. And then the number one question, this is a big question when somebody's trying to fight for legislation. Have you ever smoked marijuana? And
No.
the answer?
No.
And that's incredible because it gives you so much credibility out of the gate. You only care about the medicinal aspect of it. You have never done it recreationally, so you have no dog in the fight. It's not like you want to smoke weed. You want it to be legal. You don't even use it as medicine for him. He's never smoked it, and he's preaching for its benefits. And that's huge.
That's why I wanted to.
Have
California.
you ever smoked it now?
No.
Never smoked it. Have you ever got high on marijuana?
Well, somebody gave me
Don't
some
fucking lie to me.
Somebody gave me some candy, and you were
Chocolate,
with their
yeah.
chocolate at a poker game, and you remember what happened.
You slept at the fucking table.
He woke up.
That was at Daytona.
Yeah, he
That's-
woke
Hey,
up like
listen.
10 hands later and was just like, "Is it
But-
my turn
And
yet?"
he thought he was eating
But
he thought
talking-
he was eating a piece of chocolate.
Get-
And to
Getting
let
back-
everybody know, I got to say, everybody, we will be at Daytona 500 on the infield. We got 12 friends with RVs this year. This is a new thing. We do it every year since I bought an RV. And we go in the infield. So if you're on the infield at Daytona, come say hello. We're gonna have a picture of Frank, what we're making. I'll show you. It's gonna be
Getting really back to that
hilarious.
marijuana
Hey, you
thing.
don't want to hear that.
That's one of the reasons why I went out to California. When Florida's getting ready to pass the marijuana laws, I knew they were going to make it something simple for doctors to go and get their certification. You take an 8-hour course online, you get certified. I went out to California. I did 40 credit hours.
That's a full week.
Whole semester of credit hours, all right, to learn marijuana from seed to sale and all the medicinal benefits of it. I spent 40 hours on it. So I came back.
And
all
at that point, you've never had it in your system.
Never had it in my system. Never. To this day, I really don't. I don't smoke it. You know.
Right.
that.
I know you don't. One time, I've only seen one time, and that was when they tricked you with the chocolate.
I've seen it a few times.
You
You know,
have?
mistakes.
Yeah.
His wife had one of the chocolates that I gave him, and he got up. He was hungry. He thought it was a chocolate bar. He had to cancel surgeries the next day.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, it just comes down to is I went through college in the '60s, which was very popular back then. But I was
mescaline.
I was involved in student council. I was involved in president of my frat. So I was in a situation in which I got down on people in my fraternity, unfortunately, for smoking it. I remember
Oh, you were that asshole.
Yeah, I
You
was
were
that-
the fucking
I
asshole
was an
that
asshole.
everybody
I
hated.
suspended 3 of my fraternity brothers.
Your idea of what it was back then was skewed. You didn't have the right information.
Right.
Right.
And that's what it came down to. you know?
And that's a good sign, what you just said, Benz, because he's changed. I mean, we all change when we're educated. I got changed about plastic surgery, and I tell everybody this now. And this is how I actually, and I've been with Frank in New York City on The Daily Show, and we talked about this. Don't ever go to a plastic surgeon, plastics they call it, I guess. Don't ever go to one who's not an ENT surgeon because he understands the structure under the face.
Well,
Did you know a regular?
That's for facelifts.
Well, but what I'm getting at, any doctor can take some bullshit.
Yeah,
no,
but an ENT has nothing to do with your tits.
Yeah.
No, but listen, an ENT has everything to do, ears, nose, throat, anything you do, eyes, things. He has
Neck
to know,
up.
Yeah, and he has to know everything about it. I mean, underneath it, where the nerve, what nerve, how important. You know, we had a friend, had an accident, and he looked like, and Frank.
What the fuck was that face?
He knows. He knows. I think he's laughing.
I know who you're talking about.
I know. But my point to this, guys, is, tell me if I'm wrong, Doc. This is real important. To be a plastic surgeon, you don't have to have any special qualifications, do you?
You do.
Okay, what do you have to have?
I don't want to. I don't really want to get involved in that political issue of facial plastic ENT docs with general plastic surgeons. I honestly think that general plastic surgeons are undertrained. They do general surgery, right? Then they do 2 years of plastic surgery, which includes, in those 2 years, they got to do 6 months of burn. They got to do 6 months of breast. They got to do 6 months of facial.
What about anus and penis?
No,
and
they don't
everything?
do any of that stuff. So what happens?
How do you know that? You
what
do
happens
anal
is
stuff?
They have a limited amount of training in all those things. Although, and again, cosmetic / plastic surgery. There are plenty of general plastic surgeons out there that are very, very, very talented. Very talented.
Sure.
All right. I had to do 3 years of general surgery, similar to what basically their qualifications were. But then I had to do 4 years of ENT, and I had to do another year of fellowship in plastic surgery. All right. So my training was equivalent to a neurosurgeon. All right. But they do a total of 5 years, which is incredible training as it is.
For plastic.
Yeah. So they're very talented guys. So when we went out and hired, and I ran the Lifestyle Lift Clinic in Orlando. When we go out there and hire people to do facial plastics, we looked at the ENT guys.
Right.
We didn't look at the general because of the overtraining the ENT guys had to do from the neck up.
So you've done all kinds of like ear surgery, nose surgery, eye surgery, brain surgery?
I did brain surgery. I did cardio surgery for a year. Heart surgery for a
And
year.
why didn't you fucking help me when I had my fucking issue? Fucking I'm out drinking with him.
Well, you had
Well,
had
because
one
you
of the
have-
best.
yeah,
You had one of the best work on you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I did.
and don't forget, you have extra blood vessels.
Well,
So,
I do. I have
you
a
know,
heart
I
that's...
didn't. You don't know his anatomy. You learned like the regular stuff
Yeah.
in med school, but then Larry's
Yeah,
completely.
Well, I
has
was
extra
told.
blood vessels.
See, let
$1
me
man.
tell you that story. We were at lunch, and we go to lunch. You guys, if you know us on this show, what you do, we have a very, very tight group of friends that go to lunch every day.
Yeah.
Benz, Frank, Davey, a bunch of our friends. Well, I never had a heart attack. I never had a heart attack in my life. I had a clogged artery, eating butter, all the bad things. So one of our friends, a heart surgeon, said to me, listen, Larry, you can go party, you can do cocaine, you can do anything because you never had a heart attack. Your arteries are clear. So I'd rather see you do cocaine than butter.
A doctor said that to you.
Please ignore this. Please ignore this bullshit.
He can't sit here.
Please ignore this bullshit.
He's kidding. Obviously, this is just a joke.
Yeah, please.
You get
Yeah,
out of
Frank's kidding.
you get no, you're kidding. Larry's kidding. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Frank, you get out of medical school. Where do you move to? What hospital do you do your residency?
Jackson Memorial, Miami.
That has the best spinal cord. In fact, I went down there because everybody knows about my back, how bad it is. I went down there to the pain clinic.
Well, my best friend who started it. One of my best friends started it.
And is it the Nick Bonacani?
Nick Bonacani donated all that money to it, but Barth Green, we were residents together. He was in neurosurgery, I was ENT, so sometimes our
Fields kind of cross paths.
well, we were sometimes in the operating room together, all right? Especially during the riots down in Miami and Overtown and so forth. We had a lot of people that were shot in the head and so forth. So they ran out of neurosurgeons. So the next guys you step to is the ENT guys who know the neuroanatomy. So we would be in the operating room solving some of the problems with these people.
In that note, is there any stories about people got shot or people got thing? Well, first of all, as
I'm sure
a
you've
young
seen
surgeon,
crazy shit being in Miami.
oh,
There's no
I
doubt.
got another one, Tom. Before, obviously, you hear all stories. Now, I want to hear the truth. Doctors always say, and I hate to admit this, you know, we all use our bodies for whatever we use them for. You know, you want to play with your ass, you want to do this, whatever it is. Have you ever found, or has anything ever been in a guy or a girl that was like?
Well, I'm in the emergency room one night. I'm in the emergency room one night at Jackson Memorial Hospital, and some guy comes in. And he says, "Doc," he says, "I haven't been able to shit in 3 weeks." And so
You could die from that, for real, though.
yeah, comes out your nose.
Come on, you're telling a story.
It does. I've seen people fucking puke fucking shit.
So what happens is
You fucking everybody up.
No, it's true.
Benzac, that's not true.
It can't be true.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you seen it because it had some shit in his stomach. They didn't have fucking shit coming out of him.
So
thank you, Doc.
What happens is I examine him and his belly's distended. So I tell the nurse, send him for an X-ray. This is about 3 o'clock in the morning. You know.
Oh, okay.
You get all this bullshit at 3 o'clock in the morning. The bullshit doesn't happen during the day; it happens in the morning.
So you're thinking now? Are you thinking anything wrong with him? I mean, at first,
No, I'm not thinking. I mean, maybe a little constipated, something like that. You know, so you give him a little enema and you discharge him, or you do a digital extraction if he has a lot of shit up there. It's plugged up. So I do a flatten upright of his abdomen, which is an X-ray, and I'm looking at it, and about probably about 8 to 10 inches up his rectum is a vibrator.
well, I always say have 7 X-rays in your ass to hide something. That's
So
suitcasing.
It's up his rectum. So
What is it?
there was a vibrator up his rectum.
So how do you break the news?
So
No,
what
wait.
happened-
Now, wait. You guys are jumping past the important part.
What's that?
Is it a penis diarrhea? Is it just a stick? Is it?
That's the important part?
Well, you know, I want to know what he used, so I don't use it.
It's not. don't forget, we're talking 30 years, 40 years ago.
So what does that mean?
Old school dildos,
Old
man.
school,
It's not what it
An
was.
old school vibrator. It could have been a handheld vibrator. Who knows?
I want to stop that shit because everybody knows. I love our generation, even mine. We think we invented blowjobs. We think we invented certain sex. No, our parents and everybody else was doing it before us.
No,
Well,
but
anyway-
the technology for vibrators 30
Yeah.
years ago was in its infancy.
40 years ago, at least.
40, whatever.
So basically, it stuck up his anus.
It's just a regular vibrator, like a stricter vibrator.
I don't know what regular, irregular vibrators are. Regular, irregular vibrators.
Nobody knows but you,
It was
Larry.
a fucking.
Because I have a bag that I can show.
It was a fucking apparatus that vibrated that was up his rectum. All right.
Okay.
All right. So, and how did you know that? Because the X-ray showed there was wires in it and all that shit. You know. So I have the nurse with me. 3 o'clock in the morning, we go in there. Nurses, we're trying to be very professional about this.
Now, you see this already, so you go, oh shit.
Yeah. So I put the X-ray up on the board. I said, I found your problem. He says, what's the problem, Doc? I says, you have a vibrator stuck up your ass. You want me to take it out and change the batteries? So
You said that.
yeah, that wasn't the funny part. The funny part was the nurse is trying to act professional, so she's holding back her laugh, and she starts peeing on the floor.
Oh, what an operating room this is. Right?
She has stress incontinence. She's trying to hold her laugh back, and she's peeing on the floor. Now the patient is laughing at her. Oh my! Not laughing at me, laughing at her.
Okay,
Did you take it out?
now, this is my next question. How did you take it out?
I reached my finger up. I was able to touch the tip. All right.
Oh, it was in backwards?
What?
No, the pointy end had to be first,
Yeah,
so
that
the
was-
black end.
Imagine.
I was able to touch the tip. All right. And there was a lot of shit around. So you try to take all that, and you bring it down a little further, bring it down a little further. You digitally extract it. I digitally extracted.
So you, with your finger up his ass, you actually take it out.
Yeah.
How do you get 2 fingers in there to like grab it and pull it? Because you can't get it through the sphincter. I know when your sphincter
What-
gets around something. That's the
what-
sphincter. Everybody is the muscle that really tightens.
Once you bring it down, you're able to pull it out. You know, it's like I took a mustard jar out of somebody's ass.
A what? What?
A mustard.
No, get the fuck. A mustard jar?
A mustard jar.
Was
Now,
it Grey Poupon?
Tell me how to get one of those out.
You had a
With a
have you ever
plunger.
had-
Now, don't
With the
forget,
plunger.
A mustard jar has a big bottom.
Talk
and then
into the mic, please.
Mustard jar has a big base and then a narrow bottom. A narrow
The top. Where it comes
So
upwards. It's like a ketchup jar.
It's stuck up there with the narrow part up and the big part. So you can't get that big part through the.
It's right through the sphincter, out the ass. The tip of, do you have to do surgery?
How do you do it?
Well, we want to know.
Plunger. Muscle relaxer.
What Wait. Look, he's pointing to his head, which is real fucked up.
Can't see me?
Yeah, no, they can't. I'm looking at this.
I'm not on camera all the time?
You are on camera, but some people see it on YouTube. Other people are just listening.
On Spotify, and stuff like that.
Ingenious.
What is it?
You stick plaster in the mustard jar. You put a stick in it. You wait for it to harden, and you bring it out.
Wait a minute.
Forceps.
How do you get the plaster inside? What do you take a drill and put a hole in the bottom?
No,
syringe, like
there are these big syringes that have little nozzles on them. You stick that up there
So you got a needle to go through the plaster?
Not a needle. It's sort of like a blunt thing
that you stabbed me with.
No, it's something like
It's
that.
like a thing you would use for gravy. like
a gravy paste.
I don't want to put those two together.
You stick that up. You fill the jar.
You're shocking me.
You put a stick in it, and I used like 3 tongue depressors. You stick them in there. All right. You wait for it to harden. All right. Then you lube out the anus. You lube it all out, and you gradually take it out.
No,
ingenious.
Make a full recovery.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit.
Not bullshit.
How do you stick fucking? Now listen, everybody out there. How do you stick the plaster or cement, whatever you want to fucking call it, to get it in there to harden through the bottle?
Not through.
Has to go in the bottle, doesn't it?
Short into the bottle. So you have these.
How do you do it?
You have these anal instruments which you're able to dilate the anus. You stick the anal instrument. It's almost sort of like a speculum they use in vaginas.
That's the thing that opens it wide.
Yeah, you open it wide.
Well, I mean, men or women can take fisting.
Yeah,
so you can get pretty big.
It's fairly. It's not that difficult once you're able to dilate. And we're doing it. Also, you give them Valium, which dilates and relaxes the muscles. Right. You give them some.
That's
Valium.
why I said muscle relaxer. That was my first.
Well, this is a legitimate question. I mean, obviously, I would fucking, if somebody said, "Oh, well, here's what I'm going to do," I said, "Fuck you, open me up, cut me, do it."
Oh, you're crazy! Why would you do that? It's so easy to get out the other way. Plaster.
I still don't get how
anybody can stick a mustard jar up their ass. Can easily have it come out with no pain.
Listen to me.
That's true.
I get not. Listen, no, I know more about this subject than you guys know.
I am fucking alarmed by how much you know about anal cavity.
Why?
No, you're a fucking doctor. It's your fucking job. You've been in a million of them. You motherfucker.
I was in prison.
That makes you a fucking expert on anal
ass.
cavity.
No. On the real, how do you get the plastic inside the jug to pull it out? You know what I'm saying?
I explain that to you. You have a speculum.
So you have to put a hole in that jar.
No, you have the mustard jar on backwards. So you got the opening, all right?
That's the small end. That's not facing you. That's up the ass going towards the fucking head.
When I did, the opening was on top. I'm sorry. The opening was on top. I don't know how they did that, but the opening was on top.
Now it makes sense. You get what I'm saying now?
I don't really know.
If you take
what he's talking about, the spout is usually where it comes out.
No, you go first. This spout.
This mustard jar, if you look at the mustard jars, even today, the big part has the top on it.
Right.
All right. And that's the way this was. The big part of the mustard jar had the top on it. All right.
Now there was no top. Because you can't go.
There was no top.
So he put a fucking jar up his ass with no top. I'm trying to figure out.
So you filled the jar up with plaster, had a stick get fucking dry in it.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
But you understand?
How long does it take plaster to dry inside of an asshole?
It didn't take long. It took probably I waited about
Were
an
you,
hour.
were you
It was
sitting there
inside
like
the
this?
mustard jar, not the asshole.
Right. No,
Were
it's
you
inside
sitting
the
there-
jar.
Were you sitting there blowing on it to dry it?
No. Listen, everybody out there knows I gave the right questions because no matter what you do.
I understood now where you were coming from.
Right.
You thought the spout was on the other
Of
end.
course, because you're going to put something up your ass. You put the smallest and you go more and more. That's what a butt plug is. It goes up and then it goes wider and then it goes down to the thing. But it's very important if you guys get a butt plug out there.
Nobody's getting a butt plug.
Many people are.
If
Trust
you
me.
if you enjoy the conversation about butt, if you learn something about butt plugs that will actually apply in your life, please email me. I need to know. fuck@thatbenz.com, please.
You can email him or me, and I know you do because, listen, I'm not the only one. Anyway, and there's a flare on the end of a butt plug, so it can't go in. You understand what I mean? Because that's what you want. You don't want it to do that. And I always wonder what happens if something goes up here.
The flare.
And I'm not talking. Listen, I'm not a weirdo. No, maybe a little, but not.
Is the fucking mustard jar or the vibrator? Was that the craziest shit you've seen in people's ass?
Fuck no.
Yeah, what
What's
is
the
the most
craziest?
in the ass? Let's do the anus first.
Ass? No, that was pretty radical, but that's not as radical as the things I've seen in
In a woman or
woman.
men? Or men? Go to both. Go to men.
men, the worst thing I saw in men was a guy cover his balls and swallow them.
Whoa, stop. You can't just say that on this show that quickly. And did you just say, wait, hold on. I really missed that. I heard something about swallowing balls.
Yeah, this is what he said.
That's what I said.
Slowly tell me what you did.
Again, it was early in the morning, emergency room.
That's the time to work.
Yeah. Guy comes in. He had white pants on. It was in Miami. He had white pants on, full of blood.
Now he walks in himself.
Yeah, he walked in himself.
To the emergency room.
Yeah, because he couldn't stop the bleeding.
Okay.
He walked in. All right.
Now, don't you rush him into a surgery or something?
No, the nurses wait for the doctor to come in.
You got to figure out what happened.
Got to figure out what happened. You know what happened. So he tells the nurse, he says, I cut my balls off and I swallowed them.
He cut his balls off and swallowed them.
They probably reacted the same way you did. They called bullshit on it
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what the nurse's response was when she came to me.
Said,
I got a crazy guy in there. He cut his balls off.
this is what he says. That's what she
The nurse is
said.
telling that. It's like, that's a bullshit story. You wake me up for this. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. All right. So I go into the room. All right. I say, what's the problem? He says, I had an argument with my boyfriend. All right. And I cut my balls in front of him and swallowed them.
What the fuck's the matter with this guy?
I said, come on now.
Yeah, you
He
didn't
says,
really do
no,
that.
I cut my balls off and swallowed them. Right. So I took down his pants. No balls.
No balls.
No balls.
Just fucking cut.
Now the story gets worse because now I got to prove that he swallowed his balls, right? So I give
Can't sleep unless you find out.
So I stopped all the bleeding.
Why do you have to prove that?
I stopped all the bleeding, all that shit. Because then I got a psycho craze. Am I going to send him to psycho ward or am I going to send him to the
Right,
operating room?
exactly,
You know?
exactly.
So
That makes sense.
I'm stuck in a situation here. So I give him syrup of Epicat, which is a syrup that makes you vomit. All right. So I have him vomit. All right. Now there are a couple of people in a hospital that don't like to work. Excuse me, radiologist. They don't like to get up. And pathologist. They're 9 to 5ers.
So wait, you called the pathologist to...
So I send this specimen down to the pathology. Stat. I need evaluation.
Stat means fast.
Fast.
Means you wake him up, you bring him in, I need his done.
So
I'm
Because they're
just
9 to
letting
5.
people know what stat
I get a
means.
call. I get a call about an hour later. Filiberto, I'm bringing you up on charges. You breaking my balls all the time. You get me up 3 o'clock in the morning for this bullshit. He says, you send me vomit, all right? And it's bullshit. He said, because there's testicles in it.
He told you there was testicles in
He can't believe that somebody would have fucking eaten his own
ate
balls.
his fucking balls?
So confirmed now.
So
he did eat his-
whenever you guys think I'm fucking out there, just check yourself.
That guy was fucking crazy. Did he cook him?
What?
No, a
They ate
question.
him raw.
What happened? Did you
What?
send him to a psych ward?
Yeah, I got psych evaluation on him. I had to get social worker down. You know, you do. Then you go through a whole process.
Is
with-
that happened like crazy shit like that? You had to get psych people down all
Oh yeah, you had to do it all the time.
Oh, for
All the time.
You got to imagine. You see the craziest shit, I
You
imagine.
see crazy stuff. You know?
okay. So that has to be. That's got to be the fucking worst.
How about with a woman?
How about with a woman? Have you ever seen anything in a woman that like would make you say, "What the fuck is in there"?
Well, I had a lady come in one night.
He's already laughing. This is going to be good.
I could still smell it.
Wait. In fact, I think we should cut the show and then we can't. I'm fucking with everybody. Go ahead, Doc.
I had a lady come in. She says, I said, what's the problem? She says, I got something growing out of my vagina.
Whoa.
I
That's
said,
what she
"Really?"
says. Growing out of her vagina.
Yeah, I got something
And
growing.
did it smell?
When you walked in the room, you smelled it.
Holy
shit.
Oh, wow. With clothes on.
Yeah. When you walked in the room, you smelled it. Oh, God. So I put her up in stirrups, and she has these twigs coming out of her vagina.
Twigs?
Twigs. Little twigs probably about 2 or 3 inches.
This is no bullshit. I want the
bullshit.
audience to know this.
No
What,
bullshit.
is it coming off a potato or
with
something?
little leaves, with little leaves sticking out of these twigs, right? So I put the speculum in, and sure enough,
It
David, you're
smelled.
right. The odor was ridiculous.
You know, it sounds like things I remember.
So you said David was right?
What did? Yeah.
It was a potato
Growing in her fucking pussy.
growing in her pussy.
Wait a minute. I like potatoes.
Frank, it had to be up there quite a while.
Well, that was the whole point. That's why it stunk like crazy.
Right.
You know how long it had to be up there to grow? You've had potatoes in your refrigerator. How long does it take before they get little sprouts?
It's been years since I've even seen it.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Think about how long.
I remember in
And she had
school
no
we used to put
idea.
the things in them.
to put them in the ground. You ever do that? Yeah.
We'd put them like in sticks in a sponge, and they would grow the thing. You know, it would take fucking months to see this much.
End of the semester.
This shit was sticking out of her?
Yeah.
You mean there was actually like a sprout sticking out of her pussy? Out of her pussy.
She said she explained it as.
How did she get? I mean,
trees
you got to
growing up.
ask her. Why'd you put a potato in your
She had
pussy?
no idea how it got up there.
No.
You know.
I'm just telling you, she had no idea. She had
Listen, if I ever go to the hospital and they say, Larry, how did that get there?
You would know.
I'll know.
You would know.
Absolutely.
You don't know the situation where you were at that point, whether or not you were using hallucinogenics or whatever.
Oh, maybe.
You don't know that.
That can happen with me.
You don't know.
With anybody, really.
You don't know that. So that's what comes down.
So fucking potato. Yo, hold on. So how do you bring out a potato? Since we
Yeah,
already
how did
the
you
mustard
do?
jar.
Yeah, no, how do you do
Because
this?
it was easy. A vagina is so easy.
Did you
know
just
that.
did you just grab the fucking thing and pull
Yeah,
it?
I just grabbed
So
it.
it's not in there like anchored or anything.
No.
Did it
Like,
scratch
How does this girl push it out?
She didn't push it. I pulled it out.
My point, you got something in your pussy. Don't you feel it? I mean, women, if you're out there and you're a woman watching this or listening to
Don't
this.
put a fucking potato in your
No,
pussy.
we know that. Don't put it in your ass or your pussy. But how don't you feel it? I'm just,
What
you
do
know.
what do you want me to tell you? I mean, I wasn't in that situation. I've never been on the other side of the stirrups. To
Can you
how
tell
I
us
feel.
what's...
Fine, I don't know.
I have a question. What's the weirdest of something that you put in your own ass? Wait, hey, laughing. Look at this
What a
shit.
fucking weird question. There's no easy
Hey, listen.
answer.
Hey, wait a minute. You see him? Look at the fucking
No,
smile.
he's laughing because he's smitten.
Yeah.
I know
I can't believe I can't believe you asked me that question.
Yeah.
What do you-
I know the answer.
No,
I'm going to leave it at that.
no, you
I'm
don't
leaving it
know
at that.
bullshit.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Don't even hint that.
I'm going to leave it at that.
He's
I'm
the
gonna-
master. You know, he made all of our listeners think that I was peed on, even though I said
You
never.
were. Come
I was
on.
not. This guy likes
Frank,
to make shit up.
Were
on
you
the
ever
go.
peed
I
on,
heard
Frank?
that story too.
You think it's true? You heard
Yes.
it from him? You heard it from him?
Well, you know what?
Golden shower.
Women that squirt.
Right. Have you ever been peed on?
Women that squirt, yes.
There you go. And you know, people think when squirting, what is
it's
it?
pee. It's pee.
It's pee.
Yeah.
It's all pee or no? Is it? There has to be something.
It's
There's
100%
no, because there's different kind of fluids in there.
No, the
yes,
squirting,
there is.
The squirting is mostly pee, but it's probably mixed with some, other hormonal stuff that comes out.
Like the period.
No, he means like the fucking wetness.
Okay, now if you ever seen it, well, obviously everybody out there knows what Red Wings are.
Yeah.
You know, so to explain to a young person or anybody out there, Red Wings is when you go down on a woman who's on her reg and on a period.
That's when you fuck her or when you eat her out?
No, you eat her out.
I don't think so. I think Red Wings is fucking. It's not.
No, it's not.
That's
Listen.
disgusting. Who the fuck would do that?
I've done it.
You've eaten a girl out on her period?
Sure.
What are you,
Why
a
not?
fucking vampire?
Have you?
Oh, you too. Go ahead.
Be honest.
In
Yes,
a
he
moment
has.
of passion, I would eat
Right.
anything.
See?
Before he was
Hey,
married.
you heard it
Hey,
here.
David,
Before I was
who's
married.
silent on the couch.
Obviously.
David, who's silent
Thank
on the
you,
couch.
David. Thank you, David.
Who's silent on the couch. David, you ever eat out a girl who had her period?
Yes.
Hey!
I want to take this moment to say you guys are fucking disgusting. This is fucking gross.
I'm going to get some emails that are going to say, fuck you, Benz. I'm telling
I'm
you.
okay with it.
Oh, we know that. You like,
like
that.
that, yeah.
I think there's something wrong there.
With me?
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely something
Ben Zach hasn't lived a full life yet.
Yeah,
He's a young guy. What do you want me to tell you?
Right. You know, I know a person who took,
I mean,
took,
the only
a,
holes he sticks in are hearing aid holes. That's why his dick is so narrow.
Frank,
put
you
it in
should
people's
tell,
ears.
Frank, you should tell the story.
Wait, Dave. So I had a girl, and they have a tampon up there, and the string hangs out. You pull the string out, you go like this
With your
teeth. Yeah, and then you score like this, and you got red on each side of your
Oh,
cheek.
you like that, huh?
Well, I didn't do it.
Oh, fuck. What?
One more question for you, a good one, because we're gonna go. I think we're gonna have you back if you don't mind.
We have to have you back.
You have to have you back if you'll have it. If you'll come.
We spent 40 minutes just bullshitting. We didn't even get the good stuff out yet. There's some stories that I know
Well,
that
I
haven't
want
come out.
one. I want one last one on a woman. I know you. I knew you when this happened. You get called to a TV show, but why did you get called to the TV
Deborah
show?
Norvell Inside Edition.
Tell us the whole story from the beginning.
So I had a young lady I did a breast augmentation on, which is putting
Tits.
breast
Enlargement.
and they happen to be saline. And the breasts are made up of a thick basically plastic covering, silicone breast covering with saline inside, or you can have silicone. She had saline.
And if anybody wants to know any more about Frank, we're going to put an email in, seriously, on his website. So if you really want to know, like, the best people would ask, what's the kind of best breast implant to get? That's legit.
Well, let's hear the story first.
But no, it doesn't matter. No, I mean, I'm talking for real. As much as he's a fuck up, he's a fucking professional.
Yeah, nobody gets anything good from Larry. Go ahead.
Nobody.
I got lucky there, didn't I? So she winds up having an argument with her boyfriend's girlfriend. I don't know what the situation was, and she gets stabbed. And she comes into my office, and the saline is just squirting out of her breast.
Holy shit!
Just squirting out of her breast.
When she's in your office?
Yeah, she comes into the office because she got stabbed. And so the saline is squirting out of her breast, but she's doing fine.
Right.
Right? For some reason, Inside Edition got a hold of it.
Is it true that the breast implant saved her life?
Well, that's where I'm coming to.
Okay.
Right? So what happened was, Deborah Norville calls, we go up to New York, all that stuff, and really what it came down to, my recommendation at that point on TV was every girl should have breast implants. It saves their lives.
In this case,
because
it did for sure.
The knife couldn't get through that thick polymer. It could not get through it. Right?
So you said this on national TV.
National TV.
And what reaction did you get from people?
They were shocked.
Well, no. I mean, obviously you shouldn't have to do that, to protect yourself. You wear a bulletproof vest. But
how long ago was this? About
6, 7 years ago, 8 years?
No, more than that.
About 10 years ago.
10 years. All right. So plastic surgery and breast implants and all that was already accepted. It's not like you said that in the 60s they would have been like, this guy's a fucking hanging with the church.
No.
In the 60s, he wasn't doing plastic surgery.
No, at that time he was just graduating from you were graduating school.
No, I know. I was just making an example. I'm not saying he was practicing.
Frank, how long
in the
you been
60s.
doing plastic surgery?
40 years.
40 years?
40 years.
Wow.
Well,
as long as I'm smoking cigars.
Don't forget, the first 15 years I concentrated mostly on ENT
surgery.
And then but I always did plastics. About 20-30% of my practice was plastics. And then I gravitated into where 100% is after that.
Did you like fall into plastic? Did you we got to go though. I'm not going to make this long because I want them back.
You fall into it because of the bullshit insurance companies and hospitals. All right?
Uh-oh.
And that's another topic.
Oh, that's a whole topic.
That's another topic.
Can we talk about
that's a serious topic.
No, it's a serious topic about I think medical. Everybody who knows me, and you know me well, Benz, my brother, you, Frank, is I don't run the doctors for much. You know that. I fucking die. I gotta be dying to fucking go to a hospital. Right. I'm still haven't seen my heart doctor once since a heart surgery. Yeah.
Think about it when you go into a doctor's office now. They go with their iPad. Do they ever look up and say hello to you?
They don't.
They don't.
Not even
iPad,
that.
Become a mill.
They give you that 10 minutes. All right, it's all bullshit today.
And they charge you a fucking fortune.
I've never been. Thank God, I've never been in a group practice. I've never had anybody as a boss.
You worked for yourself your whole life.
My whole life. I've never had
other than your residency.
Other than my residency,
right?
And that was a learning thing,
right?
I've never had a suit. What I mean by suits,
nobody sued you.
No, I never had a suit. Tell me what to do.
Like a corporate guy.
A corporate guy with
I think, of course,
undergraduate or master's degree telling me how to practice medicine. And that's what's happening today. And that's another topic you want to talk about.
We're just not
where suits control medicine today, not doctors.
And
that's a show on its own.
It really is. And we're not going to do that. We're not. We got a lot to do.
We're keeping this one lighthearted.
We're going to keep it light. We're going to I think we should end on that.
No, let's end on the girl that saw me with the vibrator up the ass, because she was another interesting story.
The same girl?
Same girl.
Wait, it was a girl who was up her ass? Or a guy? No, I thought it was a guy.
The nurse started peeing.
Peeing. Yeah. Well, that was a guy that had it up his ass.
She used to put bobby pins up her in her bladder.
Wait. Whoa. Stop. The nurse, so a nurse who knows the anatomy put bobby pins.
Wait, hold on. Why?
Yeah.
You know the little urethra where you pee from?
Yeah.
In women, all right? She used to take bobby pins, which have an open end like a safety pin, and she used to stick them up into her bladder.
What's the gain?
She liked it.
Felt good?
Wait a fucking minute. I'm the wacko here, and I have no fucking
After
clue.
she had about 20 or 30 bobby pins in there, her bladder used to go into spasm, and she'd get terrible cramps.
Toxic shock.
So she'd come in, all right, and you see all these fucking bobby pins in there.
Holy
and
shit.
you know how hard it is to get a bobby pin out because you have to take it out backwards. You can't take it out with the fork.
Right.
So you have to manipulate through
Wait, what does a
Ridiculous.
bobby
Thinking
pin
about
look like? I don't even know. What is a
Bobby pin is the shit that girls use in their hair. It's like a little black thing.
Yeah.
It's like it does.
One
this.
end of
Oh, yeah. Now I know what they are.
So you couldn't take them out this way. So you had to go in there, and they're all with scopes. You would do it with a scope. And you go in there, and you have to grab it the right way, manipulate it. And sometimes a couple of hours just to get 20 of those things out.
Holy shit.
Pull them out.
And now you doing this, does she pay for insurance? Does she register or she's a nurse? You just put her on stirrups and do it.
Well, I never charged her to do it. But, insurance, I don't know if insurance would cover it. I wouldn't know that.
Wait a
I
minute.
would imagine.
So your nurse, the girl who peed,
How many different times
she must
did
have
you
tried the
take them out?
fucking goddamn the vibrator. She had to try the vibrator. I mean, vibrators are
And she
fun.
was laughing about the potato.
No, not the potato.
No, not the
that
potato.
was the
The
vibrator.
She was
Up the
laughing at
guy's
the
ass.
vibrator.
Up the guy's ass.
Hold on. Did you already know about her bobby pin thing before?
No, I never knew about it.
Oh, well, she peed her pants.
Yeah, she peed her pants.
She probably can't hold anything in her bladder.
That is fucking crazy.
That is fucking. You know,
know-
it just comes to show you people are fucking insane.
No. Listen, I don't believe that. I believe everybody has their own different turn-ons or whatever. And I'm
Bobby
Wait a
pins.
minute. I'm open for everything because you don't know. Have you ever done it?
Fuck no.
Then you don't know what the feeling is. That's all I always say to anybody. Have you ever fucking stuck a dildo up your ass?
No.
Then you don't know what it feels
Have you
like.
ever had a catheter through your penis?
Yes.
Well, that's what it feels like.
Well, how do you know?
What?
That's painful.
Have you put a bobby pin up your fucking penis?
No, but a catheter would be the same thing.
Well, yeah, I get what you're saying, but maybe not. I think we all are too quick to judge on what people do.
Hold on. Did she
for
put him in?
sexuality.
Did she put him in with the smooth side in right
She
there?
has to do it that way.
So
She
you
couldn't-
have to flip him inside.
Flip it
and then-
inside.
holy fuck, dude! There's no sexual feeling here. This isn't like something.
That we know of.
It does not tickle your fucking clit or your G
Benz.
spot. We know that
we don't fucking. Have you done it?
no.
Then you don't know.
Oh, I know the catheters hurt like a motherfucker.
I get it. I don't want them. I had many of them up my piece. I had a lot of surgeries.
Yeah, you talk about that G spot. When I enlarged a girl's G spot, she used to come riding a bike.
I know. Yeah. I've
You
heard
know,
that.
Well, we're not going to talk that. We're going to get that for another one. We
go
got
to lunch.
We all going to go to lunch. Hey, listen, everybody.
I'm not hungry anymore.
After all these
Wait a minute.
stories, I hear
Wait
you.
a minute. I am.
You're fucking gross, bro.
Listen, guys, everybody out there, really want to thank you again. I want to thank my brother for popping in today. He's going to be back Monday for our show.
Hopefully.
Dave.
I want to thank you for the cigar and the guitar. Thank you very much.
And the eligibility to be on the giveaway.
Well, no. You know the only
Ben
thing.
Zach, thank you.
You know the only thing I'm taking away on that?
What's that?
Nothing.
No, listen, I enjoy having you here because this is just another one. What we do, and I met Larry through Frank, actually. Frank was the first person I met in town. I was sitting at a cigar shop. I didn't know anybody. I lit a cigar. The whole fucking bar was open. There was nobody sitting there, and I was sitting at the very end. This fucking guy walks in, walks all the way, sits right to the chair next to me, looks right at me, and goes, "Who the fuck are you?" I thought you owned the fucking place.
Well, he does kind of.
Sometimes I feel like that way.
He spends enough money.
I have
in
a
these
yellow
places.
personality.
It's funny though. Frank, I'm gonna get serious for a second. Frank became my best friend, a second father to me.
Don't make me cry now.
I won't. Try not to. The fact of the matter is,
All he wants is a fucking goddamn.
the fact of the
entry.
matter is, this is the truth. If I didn't meet you that day at the cigar shop where you say, "Who the fuck are you?" If it wasn't for that day, I wouldn't have stayed in Brevard. I wouldn't have stayed in Melbourne. You are truly my best friend, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for coming on the show. And I know it's hard for you to come on the show because you're usually a true professional when it comes to medical stuff.
Fuck
And
you.
You know what? I understand.
You're trying to be nice. The fucking guy's a wacko. We all know it. And I love it, but he's a wacko.
On a personal note, yeah, he's funny, he's silly. You guys can see he could sit here with us and throw the shit, but this guy. And oh, here we go. Wow. And so, you know, he
was
could
a
sit
baseball
here, he
fan.
could sit here and throw the shit with us, but you've seen him in a medical fashion. I've seen him in a medical fashion. He is my doctor.
Absolutely.
And I never felt safer in my life with a doctor's opinion or with anything like that. So that's the truth. That's the absolute.
I
Thank
think
you very
we
much,
all
Ben
agree.
Zach.
I think we'll all agree with that Frank, when it's serious, I've been to Frank with serious stuff myself, and he could turn it on and off.
Right.
But the fact that we're so close, all of us,
Right.
is because he is not a stuffy ass jerk off doctor or a guy that won't talk to you. I'm better than you or this. Or he never come off like that. That's
true.
And I've taken Frank, and we're gonna actually in the next show, talk about me taking Frank to my gangster, meeting my boss. That's a fucking show in itself.
We could also tell you where Frank comes from, because that's an interesting story.
Again,
so there's a lot to come.
There's a lot to come. But we do. Please go to anything else.
Oh, yeah. Before we go, I want to throw a shout out to a listener. He's a big fan of you, Larry, and I've been talking to him for a little while.
You talked to me about him before the show.
Yes, I did. I wanted to let you know. So his name is William O'Neill. He just went through surgery. It was some pretty personal stuff. I'm not going to talk about it. No, nothing crazy like that. He had something bad happen, and the doctor.
Is he all right?
He's finally feeling better. I talked to him a little bit yesterday. He's feeling better. William, thank you so much for being a listener. Thank you for the support. We love you, man. We love everybody that listens to us, and I'm glad you're getting better. Here's your shout out, buddy.
You know, and Ben's told me about this earlier, you know, and it's crazy because I get a lot of emails, you know, about stuff. And when I get personal ones, like if you or somebody said something, and it's weird because we get so many listeners now, we get so many followers on YouTube. It's like, wow, they're coming from everywhere. I went on live. Were you on the show live yesterday?
I did. I was not, no.
I was with a friend.
I was working on the cigar website.
I was with a friend, and he goes, holy fuck, because when we were heard in Zimbabwe, England, Germany.
All over the world.
All over the world. I mean, the places that people are saying, hey, hi from here, that blows me away. I have people from all over the world are listening to us, which, you know, it's pretty cool. And I love that. And I think it's good. And with that said, we're going to have, definitely, you're going to come back?
If I'm invited, I'd come back.
Wait, we didn't treat you.
You're invited.
You know, I gotta let the fucking audience know this. He's been invited from the beginning, but he was scared to come because of me. He thought I was gonna fucking do something crazy.
And
I didn't fuck.
Listen,
remember what we call him? You know what his name on the show is? The Midget.
That's what he called you for months.
Well, I wish you get a chair where my feet could touch the floor.
Well, you know, listen to me. When you're 4'11", that's why he like. What are you for?
You shouldn't have had the genie shorten your feet, your legs, or whatever.
No, he's not. But every time we're at an event and he starts talking to people and he stands up and talks, everyone says, "Stand up, Frank, stand up." But that's just Frank. We're gonna close now. We're gonna buy you lunch. Friend, Benz, anything else to report?
Gonna buy me lunch. How many lunches have I bought him? He's gonna buy me lunch today.
Hold on.
I'm still thinking about the guitar.
Hold on. Hey, I'm the fucking call bullshit. You know why I'm calling bullshit? Who pays for lunch? You even come when I go there.
No, Larry and Frank, I'll say it because I'm a third party here. Larry and Frank fight over the bill when Larry's there. But Frank has this thing where he's been doing this for years.
25 years.
25 years.
Yeah,
Frank
he was happy when I came around.
He's had a lunch. And Frank doesn't want people to feel like they feel obligated that they have to pay or whatever. He doesn't want it to be, correct me if I'm wrong. He wants people to feel welcome, and money is no object, basically, in the sense that you can come have lunch, enjoy yourself, have a drink. And so he always picks up the bill. That's something Frank's been doing for years. And to get the bill out of his hands is a fucking fight. You have to.
I don't know. It's pretty easy fucking the last 2 years.
I don't think so.
Look at it laughing now.
I think that's bullshit.
I don't know. Hey, Frank.
I don't know.
It's bullshit.
You lying little motherfucker.
It is bullshit.
He's a liar.
It's bullshit.
Okay, all right.
Tell everybody to make good choices. Let's go.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you lying little fucker. You a fucking midget.
You're still a cheap motherfucker.
Did you just say I'm cheap?
Cheap motherfucker.
You really said that?
Here we go.
No, I ain't closing this fucking show.
Show's back on. Let's go.
You said that? Me? You know, I got to just leave
It's
now.
like
I got to leave now.
He does have alligator arms. All right. Yeah, he has alligator arms.
Can't reach his pockets.
But what it really comes down to is that once we call him AZ, all right, I don't want to mention his name.
Yeah.
Then he's awful generous because he don't want to be compared to this guy AZ.
Right. He doesn't want to be on the level, right?
Listen, audience, and this is how I'm going to fucking refute this.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to do it with other people. It's like other people. I'm going to bring some of the waitresses that I take care of and people here. And I'm going to ask them, we're not going to talk to them. I'm going to have my brother with me. We're going to sit right here, and we're going to ask them who they want to get the bill.
Well, you're going to see him today, so ask him.
Oh absolutely.
Okay.
I can guarantee they're going to say one thing. Larry's the best tipper here.
Bullshit.
All right, with that said, yeah, you could say it all you want.
It's bullshit.
He can pay. He can afford to pay the tip because he pays about every 10th time.
It's easy.
He pays about every 10th time.
Okay, let's do this right on. Let's do this on the line today. Who's paying today?
Well,
are you? Wait, you want a free guitar, a free cruise, and you're fucking a millionaire? And you're taking, how the fuck do you want that? How the fuck do you want free cruise, free everything?
You're taking me to a place that has a sandwich for $6. I take you to places that have sandwiches for $20.
You're such a fuck. Yeah. And you want to hear what happened?
He shows you the world. He gives you food that is actually palatable.
Hey, that place is closed down, is it?
It's closed.
That's the place. They fucking were closed down by the health department.
Hey, fucking Frank kept them afloat for like 6 years.
And nobody, we never saw.
Yo,
hey, how many people went to their
40,000
closing?
a year.
How many people were at the closing? Your family.
Yeah.
Nobody went.
I had Alfie from
10
from
years.
10 years, his wife,
How many?
and my family.
And we hang out with 50 people.
This restaurant downtown really was funded.
Was
by
the
it.
place.
Yeah, it was the place.
We had a lot of fun for a good
it-
run there for about 15 years.
For sure.
No, not that long, but it went.
No, it was that. It was over 17
no,
years.
Was it fucking? Because I was there when it's opened. No, Dave, I was out of prison. I'm out of prison 14 and a half years. Anyone want to bet on 17 years?
I wasn't here.
Want to bet on 17?
It's not 17.
I was out of prison in 14
It's
years.
that side of 16. You're saying you were the opening?
Joe Fermini and I were. We told him how to fucking. He didn't even have fucking anything on the patio.
Joe
You couldn't
Fermini
buy
was-
a finger food on the patio.
Joe
Joe and I
Fermini-
are sitting there having a drink. You go, why the fuck you don't have fucking goddamn like finger food?
Hold on.
I gotta go.
He read on Google. He basically invented
He
the
read
place.
it down. Now he's the next.
You better stop it. You fucking better stop because you know different.
Ben Zach,
My brother knows different.
He
He's
opened
quiet.
the place. He gave the guy the idea to open that place, and then he set the prices.
And now everybody, make
prison.
sure you go make good choices. Hit it up, everybody. Have a great time. Thanks again, Frank. Everybody have a good time. I love these fucking shows.
What
about the
They go
guitar?
too fucking quick. Hour 20 minutes. Let's go. Let's talk.
do it.
Hit it. Hit the fucking button. I gotta go eat.